In today's analysis, we've got to talk about a feeling you probably know all too well. It's the end of the month, you've got a little bit of money left over from your paycheck, and you just breathe this massive sigh of relief. You think, great, I'll just leave this in the bank, it's totally safe, and hey, it'll even earn some interest. Well, if that sounds like your thought process, you might actually be making a devastating financial mistake without even realizing it. Today, we're breaking down exactly why treating your basic bank account like some sort of wealth-building vault is actually keeping you trapped. And more importantly, we're going to explore exactly how you can escape this trap using 5 powerful real-world assets.
Okay, let's dive into this, because this is where the grand illusion of saving completely breaks apart. On one side, you have your standard bank interest. It's sitting somewhere around 6 to 10% a year. But then stacked right up against it is market inflation. Just look at that massive jump up to 14 to 16%. What this actually means for your daily life is that the price of absolutely everything around you, from your basic rice, dal, and vegetables, all the way to the petrol you put in your bike or car, is rising significantly faster than the money sitting in your bank. By the time the year is over, the true purchasing power of your money hasn't grown at all. It's literally shrunk. You think you're saving, but basic math proves you're actively losing. Which brings us to a rather harsh, direct question. Is this system making you poor? Well, the honest answer we get from our source material is an absolute yes. Put simply, no matter how hard you grind at your day job, if you aren't investing your leftover money smartly, the financial system is just slowly eating away your earnings. Working hard just isn't enough if your money is sitting idle, behaving like it's locked away in some rusty old Almira. But look, we aren't just here to talk about the problem. Here is your actual escape route. First, we'll uncover the hidden truth of banks. Second, real estate and gold. Third, your own skills. Fourth, the share market and digital income. And finally, a concrete 6-month roadmap. Let's reverse the game, shall we?
Section 1. The hidden truth of banks and exactly why your savings are shrinking.
Section 2. Real estate and gold. Taking traditional shields and making them modern. We all know global populations are rising, but the supply of land is completely fixed. So how are you supposed to invest if you don't have millions of rupees lying around for a commercial building? Enter REITs, or real estate investment trusts. You don't need to buy the whole pizza just to get a slice. Today, thanks to REITs, for as little as 60 or 70 rupees, you can pool your money with thousands of other investors to own a fractional share of a massive commercial property. This concept is incredible, and it's steadily becoming more and more accessible across India, Nepal, and Pakistan. And the absolute best part? You get paid regular dividend rent every 3 to 4 months. You literally become a commercial real estate investor for less than the price of a cup of coffee.
Our next tangible asset is gold. I mean, since the days of kings and emperors, gold has been unmatched as a store of value. Paper currencies fall, governments demonetize notes, but gold, it historically rockets upwards during tough times. But here is the critical catch you need to hear. Buying gold jewelry for your partner is not an investment. I know that might sting a bit to hear, but jewelry comes with heavy making charges, design fees, and wastage that instantly destroy 15 to 20% of your value the second you walk out of the store. If you want to build true wealth, you've got to practice what the source calls systematic gold buying. Buy pure, hallmarked gold coins, gold bars, or even digital gold. Pure gold retains 100% of its investment value and is incredibly easy to liquidate across South Asia when times get tough.
Section 3. Your own skills. The truly uncrashable asset. Think about this deeply for a second. A national economy might completely collapse, but the skills stored inside your brain, they will never sink. If you fall out of a boat into deep water, but you know how to swim, you aren't going to drown. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that we aren't talking about generic hobbies here. We are talking about video editing, coding, digital marketing, graphic designing, and copywriting. Buying the newest, most expensive smartphone is only going to empty your pockets. But learning these specific, highly demanded digital skills, that will relentlessly fill them. These are the exact tools required to thrive in the modern economy. Once you master even just one of these, you essentially hold the keys to becoming a millionaire, entirely without needing a traditional university degree. You become the most valuable asset in your own portfolio.
Section 4. The share market and digital income. These are your wealth multipliers.
All right, let's address the elephant in the room. A lot of people are terrified of the stock market because they think it's just gambling. And honestly, if you jump in blindly without studying, without reading, and you just buy random stocks based on a rumor your friend told you, it absolutely is gambling. But to demystify the market, just look at Warren Buffett's famous rule. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. The secret to winning in the share market isn't about finding one magical, hidden stock that's going to make you rich overnight. It's about educated, diversified investing. By spreading your investments out across multiple strong companies, you drastically reduce your personal risk while safely capturing the overall inevitable growth of the broader economy.
If you want to avoid the stress of picking individual stocks entirely, you really need to look at index funds. These funds let you easily invest in the top 30 to 50 companies of your country all at once, like the Nifty 50 in India, the KSE 100 in Pakistan, or NEPSI in Nepal. Compare that long-term historical return of 15 to 20% directly against the 6 to 10% of a standard bank fixed deposit. It is literally a night and day difference. But remember the golden rule here. Avoid stressful daily trading. Regional index funds require patience. You need to develop a steady 5 to 7 year mindset so you can just sit back and let these superior returns compound over time.
Our fifth wealth vehicle is digital content. This is all about building a relentless passive income engine. Imagine this scenario. Right now, as you watch this explainer, the original creator of our source material could be sleeping, eating, or traveling the world, and yet platforms like YouTube are continuously paying them. You can create YouTube videos, shoot Instagram reels, write ebooks, or build online courses. And you don't need millions of rupees to start, just a smartphone, an internet connection, and a compelling idea. This is completely viable and legal across India, Pakistan, and Nepal. If you put in 6 months of relentless, unstoppable work to build your digital audience, you can literally create a system that generates money for you while you sleep.
Section 5, the 6-month roadmap, your actual blueprint to financial freedom.
Because knowledge without execution is totally useless. Here is your exact step-by-step blueprint to completely shift your financial trajectory starting today. Let's move to and see how this builds. Step 1. For the first 2 months, rigorously track your daily expenses and force yourself to save at least 10% of your income. No excuses. Step 2 hits in month 3, where you take those new savings and completely reallocate them. And step 3, by month 6 and beyond, you must start your content creation journey, no matter how small, and begin deeply studying the share market to prepare for your long-term investments.
Let's zoom in on that crucial 3rd month, because this is where the magic happens. This shows exactly where your freshly saved 10% should go for maximum impact. A massive 50% goes straight into skill building, buying courses, software, whatever makes you more valuable in the marketplace. 30% goes into tangible assets, like systematic gold buying or those REITs we talked about. And that remaining 20%, that stays right there in the bank, purely as your untouchable emergency fund. This allocation right here is the ultimate optimized wealth-building diet. Which brings us to a deeply provocative question straight from our source material. Will you work like a donkey your entire life, or will you make money run after you? The old-school educational system taught us to just get a safe job, save our pennies in a bank account, and quietly grow old. But guys, that era is completely over. Today, the person who wins is the person who learns new skills and takes calculated, educated risks. It's time to stop relying entirely on the false safety of banks. Choose to utilize these 5 smart wealth vehicles instead. The choice of how you spend your future is entirely yours. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Now go put your money to work so eventually you don't have to.